In this video, we're going to get super practical, creating ads for a fitness coach to specifically bring in hundreds of leads into their coaching business every single month, if not thousands. We are going to look at the exact ad strategy, the perfect one out of many that you can choose from that all work, but for different coaches. We're going to look at the perfect one for this fitness coach. We're even going to look at the demographic, everything that you need to think about in terms of who you're targeting with your ads. We're even going to look at some imagery and copy that would work well for that coach as well. We're literally going to create them on the spot. In fact, not even templated, and we're just going to see where this goes. Now, if you're new here, I'm Neil Shoney Mac. I've been teaching coaches for 8.5 years to create ads that are pinpoint specific to them and their coaching business so they can attract the type of client that they're looking to attract, not with a one-size-fits-all, but with the perfect ad systems just for them. And I've been running ads myself for 13 years. So we've seen it all across fitness coaching businesses, never mind property coaches, business coaches, therapists, everything in between. So we really know the specific ad strategies that work in each demographic and also the type of ad copy, images, and everything in between that you really need to know to be able to pinpoint and find your target demographic at scale and give them the type of ad strategies that actually work with them to get them to become a coaching client as well. Today, this is all about the fitness coach, and it's a specific fitness coach that reached out because I put up on my Instagram that anybody could reach out to me today and tell me their perfect demographic, and I would create a video specifically for them as an example purpose. And we had Darren Wilson Coaching say that he specifically works in the fitness space and he works with business owners and parents. So let's dive into the screen and we'll go through specifically the ad strategy that is going to work best for attracting business owners and parents into a health and fitness high ticket product. We're just going to dive in here. We're just going to write out the ad strategy that would be best for this type of coach. Out of the many that could work for this specific type of coach, I would say out of our circa 35 different ad strategies that we cherry pick from for each individual coach that comes to work with us, probably somewhere in the region of about 5, 6, 7 of them would work for this type of demographic, this type of coach in this type of space. However, one that really stands out to me because he said demographic was busy parents and business owners, if I could spell. And one thing that you need to think about when you're running your ads isn't just like, hey, this person said this ad strategy works, or even they say that this ad strategy works amazing in the fitness space. It's like when people have these one-size-fits-all solutions and it's like, you just need to plug and play this system in. If you're a fitness coach, if you're this type of coach, if you're that type of coach, there's only one way to grow a coaching business. It's complete BS. Across the board, it's a complete BS. I mean, we literally have 35 ad strategies that we can cherry pick from for each individual coach because we know that no matter how successful one is for one coach, if we plug and play that into a different coach's business, it could absolutely fall flat on its face. So we need to be able to cherry pick the perfect one for each individual coach that comes to work with us. Now, one key one here to really think about is that the demographic that he's pointed out here, busy parents and business owners, it's like, okay, well, let's look at some commonalities here. So what do both of these together, if he's happy to attract either or both, what do they both have in common? So what they both have in common is they identify as being busy, which rules out many ad strategies that don't get to the point. There's many ad strategies that are so unbelievably effective because they can sell anything, as in genuinely like $10,000, $20,000 products. But these strategies typically take a ton of warming up for people. And some strategies, like that take a ton of time to warm people up. And it's very, very immersive over, maybe 10 days or 2 weeks or maybe even a month if it was a paid product as well as a lead generator. When you're in that type of situation with this type of product, what you tend to find is that in many cases, the demographic that you're going after would look at that. And it's not about the value that's associated with it. They could take a look at that and they could say to themselves, yeah, that looks great. It is the type of result I'm looking for, but I do not have the time to do it. This comes back to the whole thing of the one-size-fits-alls once again, which is that when somebody says this works for all fitness coaches, it's like, not all fitness coaches are created equal. They have very different products, they have different price points, they have different modes of delivery, they have different personalities, different things that they like to do or not like to do. But furthermore, their demographic is different. So just to say that all fitness coaches should use one strategy when the person on the receiving end of the strategy is different in themselves, you can't say that something is going to plug and play into every fitness coach's business. So this one right here, when you have a demographic that identifies as being extremely busy, you really want to lean in here and focus on strategies that very much get to the point, that find the people who are problem aware, who are seeking out a solution this second, and get them into a conversation. Very often, if you're that direct, and if you even bring it into your DM script, and you say to them, I know that you're really busy. I know that as a parent, I know that as a business owner, you're really busy. You can even plant the seed that they may not even want to call. This could be a great way to generate leads, not have to jump onto sales calls, but still sell premium products, which is optional here as well. So to dive straight back in, we're going to look at what is the perfect strategy then. If we are looking for a direct strategy, what is the most direct thing that we can do? And you've got two options. Both, I would say, are messenger ads based. Number one, I would call indirect, funnily enough, even though we're talking about direct, but it still is relatively direct in itself. And then we would do direct. Okay, so indirect, this is when we send people a free training, and then direct is about an offer and getting people to send us a word that indicates their interest in the offer specifically. Now, historically, over the last 8.5 years or 13 years for myself running ads, I've always told people that you need something there, especially for cold audiences, to take somebody who is a complete stranger and warm them up in a way in which not only would they book a call, but they'd show up to the call and they'd buy on the other side of it. People who teach coaches to take complete strangers, put ads in front of them and tell them to book a call, even if it's a high value call, it's a very, very, very tough strategy to make even profitable, right? And what I mean by that is it's a very high cost per book call. Most people don't show up, and the people who do show up typically don't have enough context for you or the offer or the business or the outcome or anything to turn into a sale on the other side, okay? Whereas when we're talking about something like a direct offer through messenger ads, funnily enough, this can work. And why can it work when it's still true that sending people directly to a book call doesn't work for coaches? Why can it work for messenger to be that direct? And it's because the conversation is the lead magnet. The conversation is the 5-day challenge. The conversation is the paid challenge or any type of live immersive experience as well. So the conversation can be the time to connect with them. The conversation can be the time to move them through the know, like, and trust barriers, right? The more personalized that you can be, the better you can connect with them. They can say, I am being seen by this person gets me, they understand me. Then the conversation has done all the work that we wanted the live masterclass to do, that we wanted the 5-day challenge to do, or the lead magnet or training or whatever it may be. When we have the training version, it works incredibly well because we're still bringing in problem aware people who are seeking out a solution, and we're giving them a training. It gets a very, very low cost per lead. It gives them something that can further build the know, like, and trust anyway. And then the direct offer, obviously you don't have to wait for people to watch the training, and you get a higher response rate on the other side for continued conversation because they're applying to find out more about an opportunity anyway. Now, for this specific coach right here, I'm going to suggest the direct offer for messenger ads, okay? We're going to rock and roll with this as a strategy. And what does this coach need? Well, first of all, he's going to need ad copy. He's going to need ad images and video perhaps as well. He is going to need a script to turn inbound messages into sales on the other side. He's going to need set up system. Okay, and so what we're going to focus on here is the ad copy and the ad images to attract the type of demographic, and we'll just literally do this right off the cuff here. I probably won't record this twice. We'll just go right off the cuff and just see what happens. I do this on the live sessions. We do 4 live sessions a week inside our coaching. So we go live for an hour to an hour and a half. 4 days a week. Literally, you can come on, just learn from other people's questions getting answered, or you can literally come on, share your screen, show me your ads. I optimize them live in front of people. But very often when I look at somebody's ad copy or something that needs change, like images, then I'll literally just share my screen and I'll write out ad copy live for them. So you're just seeing how that works. Let's just get a quick look and reminder from the person here. And so if I go to Darren's profile, I just want to get a final look at his flow of things. So empowering individuals through health and fitness, stretching their vision, unleashing confidence, and creating incredible physical and mental shape. So with this, I would probably actually do a bit of an audit on the profile itself. If we know that we are looking for people who are looking to shape up, much of what we're talking about in our content and showing as proof is people getting into shape, that would suggest that people's primary thing that they're looking for before coaching is to get in shape, and then what they experience through his incredible coaching is increasing confidence and all of those things. So lead with the thing that they're looking for and then give them the thing that they actually need on the other side. And so if we're looking for busy parents and business owners, the ad copy, we can go in so many different directions, but it could be something like, it's true, business owners, entrepreneurs, and parents all have two things in common. In fact, we'll say one thing in common. They struggle to find the time to get in shape, boost their energy, and skyrocket their confidence. Until now, I'm going to take 5 business owners. I actually like doing it as 5. I'm going to take, just to emphasize the lower number, I'm going to take just 5 business owners or busy parents who are strapped for time and help them get in the shape of their life through my one time. And this is where you end up with your warm audiences, the people who you will target with one of the 2 campaigns in the Shoney 255 method. We always target one campaign at people who know who you are and one campaign at people who don't know who you are, but we target based around their interests, lookalikes, and many other different ways. But one of the biggest reasons why you've got tons of super fans who hang on your every word, who have probably even told people around them that they're going to work with you, but they never have done. The biggest reason why that happens is because they think that your product is available 365 days a year. And especially if your audience identifies as being extremely busy, they're always going to have an excuse. They're always going to have a reason not to take action. Whereas when you position something as my one time and then you rename it, like just for instance, we've got the 90-day ads and funnels mastermind. Just off the cuff here, if I was to say, but I'm doing a one-time 90-day ads accelerator. It's the first time I've ever done it. The deliverables can be the same, the price point can be the same, the duration can be the same, the experience can be the same, but the name and the positioning of it in the market can be exclusive. And when you're able to reposition your product into one-time opportunities like this, your warm audience jump off the fence and into your DMs rapidly. We've got about 65 super spike offers that we do organically with this flow. Okay, so the same type of thing would come through here for your ad copy. Now you'll notice that I haven't said inside the ad copy things like in just 90 days. Now the reason why we're not doing that is because of compliance with your Facebook ads. So Facebook ads don't like something that they call specific claims, which is a very specific outcome in a very specific time frame. You can talk about outcomes, you can talk about time frames, but not together because it's too specific, and then it holds people or it holds you liable to their result across 100% of people that you work with. Okay, so you have to be careful with your wording. But anyway, through my one time, and then you could call it like total body transformation special. This is not for, and then you would do, let me, if I just open this up so I can get a decent emoji, and then you say who this isn't for. Why would you do that? Why would you say who this isn't for? Well, it's that old thing of well, my example is usually Italian restaurants. Now, I love Italian restaurants. They should have more of them. There's more Italian restaurants than just about any other type of restaurant, but they should have more Italian restaurants because the Italian restaurants are unbelievable. When we were in Miami with our systems of scalers, our 6 and 7-figure coaches, we did a mastermind on the boat, but then I took everybody out for an incredible Italian dinner afterwards, and it was at Dolce Italian in Miami in South Beach. I would suggest that anybody, if you're ever in Florida, go to it. It is insane. Love Italian food. But anyway, if you went on to any Italian restaurant's website and it said the best bowl of pasta in the city, you'd be like, yeah, sure. Everybody is going to say that. Every single Italian restaurant is going to say that. However, if they were to say something along the lines of, if you're looking for fancy tablecloths, sterling silverware, and Andrea Bocelli screaming in your ears, then this is not the place for you. But if you're looking for the best bowl of marinara pasta in the city, this is the one. By saying who this isn't for, it strengthens the argument of who you say that it is for. Okay, so when you do that with your coaching products in general, and the more that you get better at utilizing this on sales calls and saying it in the DMs and saying it through your content, you will make more sales. You'll get more inbound messages anyway. So this is key for you to know on the other side. So we'd say 3 groups of people that this isn't for. And I'm having to like type with like long arms here to try and keep in range for you. So I'm just going to do isn't for. And it could be like, let's say it's the fitness coach. It could be people who want to train 7 days a week. People who are happy bouncing back to their original starting position after the 90 days are over. Now, by the way, albeit that I'd probably take the 90 days away anyway, but just so you know, when we're talking about specific claims, it's when it's all in one sentence is most typically the problem that Facebook have with it. When you're splitting these out, this can be a creative way of getting around it. I would do it personally, but if you want to be super safe, then take away the 90 days and just say people that are happy to bounce back to their original position when the transformation is over, right? That would be a super compliant way to do it. Then you do a third version, and then you say, this is for, and then you would have the tick boxes, for instance. So grab the tick boxes, and you would say, this is for, and things along the lines of like inside our scripts, like we've literally got one that's quite similar to this, and we do things along the lines of, this is for people who are truly ready to take action. It's been put off long enough. We start Monday. Okay, so like something like that can work really well because instantly it's not just bringing in leads, but it's bringing in a certain type of lead that is going to go, yeah, that's me. You know what? You're right. It has been put off long enough. I am going to get started right now. And then they're going to be responsive to you. When you message back and ask questions, they're going to be wanting to get one of these spaces. Okay, so you go along the lines of 3 different versions of this. So is for, just for template purposes and speed here. And then you would say something like, I'll choose the 5 based upon, and then give it a little bit of criteria like most fun to work with, or who I believe will get the best results, or something like that. When you say I will choose, you typically don't just have better volume of leads, but you have people who come through who are more responsive and more likely to become a client on the other side as well. Like they almost like try to argue with you why they should get a space when you say I'm choosing the people to work with. Otherwise, you can either keep this or not keep this, but you need to have a direct call to action. So it's something like click the button below now to register your interests. Or you could do click the button below now and send me the word interested to register your interest. Now you want to be this specific, right? Like one of these two. Like a lot of people say register your interest now. It's like where? How do they do it? They don't have good attention spans. The sheer fact that they're on Instagram or Facebook means that they're scrolling at 1,000,000 miles an hour and looking for the next dopamine hit. So you need to tell them exactly what to do now. Don't just say click below, say click the button below, right? If you've got the send message as on the button, you might even say click the send message button now. Be super specific to get more people to take that action, okay? So that's a piece of ad copy. I would call that indirect ad copy, and then you could do direct ad copy, and albeit that I would make this completely different, this would be a way to make that happen in the Shoney 255 method. So do you see how this one here, we're starting and going straight in with I'm going to take 5 business owners, or I'm looking for 5 business owners or busy parents who are strapped for time, and I'm going to take just 5 business owners or busy parents who are strapped for time and help them get in the shape of their life. Yeah, I was just making sure. Anyway, you can see that with this, I call it indirect because we're giving them an aha moment, right? We're not leading with the product, we're leading with the aha moment, and then we're going into the product. The direct one is a little bit different because we're going straight in with what we're looking for, the type of opportunity that we have. Both work really well. And so with the images here, just to come on to Canva and look at some of the images that would work well with this type of ad to get people to message you in abundance on the other side, we would look at coming into Canva. You just want to open up like an Instagram post because you just want a square. You don't want it to be horizontal. Quite simply, if you have a horizontal advert, it doesn't take up much of the news feed. It struggles to stop people scrolling. And yet, if you do a square image, you can take up more of the news feed and it doesn't cost you an extra penny more. Okay, so that's what you want to lead with. Now, the very first one that I would probably do is just bright background, and then I would do some writing on it. Okay, so if I go into text, add in a heading, let's see if we've got a better font here. Yeah, maybe this. Okay, so I'm looking for 5 busy parents who want to X and XB, just for in case anybody's going to put X, right? So something as simple as that, get it into a nice shape, and then I'm going to come in here to line, going to bring that in so it looks a little bit neater, and then I'm going to do another one here, and with that one, let's make it like a little bit different. Read the caption. 50, yeah, that looks quite neat and tidy. So it'd just be something like that. And it can be anything. It can be like, you know, purple, blue, whatever. Doesn't matter. If it was going to be this, I'd probably make this white. And then do this as like a contrast. And do it like that, okay? So I'm looking for 5 busy parents who want to result in 2024. The caption then sells it and encourages people to send an interested message or something to that effect. If we were to look at some other ad variations that would work well here, I would go with fun and family. Fun and family works really well, especially like if this was busy parents or business owners or whatever it may be, like something like this me and my son. Look at, I wonder if you'll be watching this in a few years. It'd be funny, right? So this is like me and my son, just like 3 days ago actually, and we had it in here for a social media post that we were doing. But anyway, so something like this, like fun and family, can work really well. What it does is it stops people scrolling because it's got that element of it being, it looks like a friend in the newsfeed rather than an advert. Further to that, if this was specifically for busy parents, I would have something like this because it connects with somebody as being like, hey, I get you, I see you as well, right? So something that's like fun and family typically works really well. You could also do authority status. So if I was to take this away, and let's see if we've got an authority status one handy. So this isn't a great image, but I could drop this in. So this would be like an authority status image, be me speaking on stage at one of our live events. So if somebody has seen me for the very first time and, you know, it's been well targeted, good communication of the offer, well, this can further build that trust that I'm somebody that you can speak to. You know, that sheer thing of like speaking in front of a big room of people, having lots of clients, things like that. This is a way to make that happen. Other variations, you could use this, which I have as one of my other ads. Funnily enough, we're using it for messenger ads right now, but the indirect version. So you can do that with a post-it note, ads for coaches 3.0, free, full course. And so you can utilize something like that. Number 5, technically I would be telling somebody like, use this, use this, use this, use this. That's your 4 images. And number 5 would be a video. And if you want a really easy and simple way to know what to say on video for your ads, come to your script and literally utilize this as like your script, okay? So imagine like I take this, I go on a walk and talk outside and I say, it's true, business owners, entrepreneurs, and parents have one key thing in common. They struggle to find the time to get in shape, boost their energy, and skyrocket their confidence until now. Okay, so I could go out and literally just record the first line, then turn off the camera, turn it back on, record the next line, and take all the pressure off if I wanted to, and then just come home, throw it into Video Leap or throw it into iMovie, put it all together and take away any of the gaps. And it would, of course, have jumps in it, but that actually works quite well for video. Put some captions on it, and you've got some video variation in there. In another YouTube training here, I'll talk about images versus videos, how to have the perfect formula with them to get the lowest cost per lead, how they work together in ways that most people don't know why. They usually say, should I use video or should I use images? The answer is you need to use both together to get the best cost per lead at scale. 100%. I'll do a video because it's actually a very important topic. So as you can see, in this type of demographic, health and fitness space, targeting busy parents and business owners, I would be targeting direct messenger ads. I would still do the other ones as well. Like if I was working with them for 90 days or 6 months or a year, I would definitely be bringing in indirect, but utilizing it in a different way. And then I would possibly even use like a live masterclass or a 5-day challenge to then send to the people who don't convert from messenger ads. Further to that, if I was working with them inside Systems of Scale, I would also be in charge of all of their social media content, all of their offers on a week-to-week and a month-to-month basis. So I would be reaching out to every single person here who doesn't end up on a call, and I would be bringing them a downsell offer, something that lowers the barrier to entry and gets them all going, yeah, I didn't take that, but I'll 100% jump on this. And often that downsell doesn't require a call as well. So that would further bring the ROI to this overall strategy, which would be dynamite. Number 1, let me know, has this been valuable? Do you want me to do more like this where I take different coaches, different demographics and walk you through different ad strategies, how they work, why they work, and write out ad copy and images and all of those things for that coach? Let me know down below if this has been valuable and you would like me to do more of this, and I will do. Second thing, if you would like me to do this for you, drop down below your demographic, what you want to sell more of. Even better, drop down your Instagram profile link so that I can see that and get more context for you, and then I can create one for you as well. And then thirdly, is there anything else you would like to see in these videos? Would you like me to go further into ad setup? Would you like me to go into, let's say, the script on the other side of somebody sending you a message? Like, what would be advantageous to you? Let me know down below in the comments. Other than that, I'll see you on the next video. Remember to hit subscribe, hit like, and all of those good things for the YouTube algorithm. See you in the next video.